Oh, I'm dark. I think I forgot to turn a light on. Hold on 1 second, guys. Greg, could you help me turn a light on? We'll get going in just a second, guys.
Someone turned off.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. I thought I'd be in the dark. Hello, everyone. So right now we know that this is going live across our app. Don't think it is on Facebook, though, but we're going to go ahead with the forecast for you. All right. So Fiesta starts today. Viva Fiesta! And it's going to be kind of an icky day. Muggy to start, around 70 right now. 80 by noon, the chance for a stray shower, maybe a thunderstorm in the afternoon, and we'll see high temperatures in the middle 80s. So not too bad of a day. It could be a lot hotter, it could be a lot wetter, it could be colder. So I think it's not so bad. So if you're going to Fiesta today, Fiesta, or anything else this evening, definitely bring an umbrella just in case, or a poncho, throw it in your pocket. If you do get rained on, it's not going to last long, so don't worry about that. All right, here's a live look around town. You can see everyone looking at mostly cloudy skies. Morgan's Wonderland Camp, a lot of clouds there, a lot in Calaveras Lake, the airport, and Skycam. Everyone's looking at lots of cloud cover this morning. All right, the pollen count, this is updated as of a little bit ago. The oak is still heavy, but it's only about half of what it was yesterday. So that's definitely good news for you oak allergy sufferers. Hopefully it's not too bad for you today. The molds, yep, they're still there. It's been kind of wet the past several days, past several days, so that's still there. And if we do get rain, it's going to help keep the molds around on the pollen count, and pollen is light. The count there, 10. So right now we've got mid-70s, 74 at the San Antonio airport, 75 for Stinson. You see all that cloud cover out there, very gray start to the day. The wind's a little breezy, east-southeast at 11 miles per hour. And you see that dew point at 71. It was 70 during the entire morning show. Now it's gone up by a degree, but it's still pretty close to the air temperature. So that's why that humidity is 91%. And you definitely feel it as you step outside this morning. Everyone's in the 70s this morning. Rock Springs, a cool spot at 70, 71 in Fredericksburg, 74 for Hondo, Uvalde 73, a bunch of 77s across our southern counties for Carrizo Springs, Beeville, and George West, 73 for Del Rio, Eagle Pass 75, and 76 for Hallettsville and also Gonzales. How about that humidity forecast? Looks like it's not going to change much over the next week. It's going to hover in the upper 60s and low 70s for the dew point, so that humidity you're going to feel it every day, especially as we get towards the end of the weekend when temperatures go up into the 90s. It's going to be a hot one for the first weekend of Fiesta. All right, here's the radar. You can see a lot of cloud cover on there, satellite radar composite or combined. We had a couple isolated showers in the hill country. That was earlier this morning. And then a little while ago, we had some around the Gonzales area. That's now moved up towards the Austin area. But for the most part, most of us are starting out rain-free. There could be a little drizzle out there this morning. But for the most part, we're just calling it mostly cloudy. Now, the severe weather outlook, the good news is not seeing it for us. Part of Valverde County under a marginal risk for severe storms from the Storm Prediction Center. But the slight risk area further off to the west, further off to the north, everything else not looking too bad. But there could be a few thunderstorms this afternoon, but not expecting this to be severe. Can't rule it out, though. It's under my tie there. All right. Can't rule out the severe storms, but not really expecting anything widespread. And for tomorrow, doesn't change much either. That should say Thursday. All right, here's the water vapor imagery. Where you see the thunderstorms, where the blue, the blow-ups there across western Texas up towards Nebraska and Oklahoma, that's the dry line. West of the dry line, it's dry air. East of the dry line, it's moist air. So where that combines or where they meet up, that's where you get these storms to form, and that's where we had them yesterday, and that's where we'll likely have them today as well, but it's further off to the west for us today. You can see that right there at the end of the loop right there. Saw that blow up, and they slowly progressed off to the east. All right, here's the future cast. We're going to start you out at 6 o'clock this evening. Again, most of the day mostly cloudy, most of us not seeing rain, but there could be an isolated shower or rumble of thunder today. Into the evening as well. Now, this model earlier was bringing down a cluster of showers and storms from the north into our northeastern counties. Not doing quite as much now, so it's kind of backing off on that possibility. But this evening, if you are going out to Fiesta, again, there still could be an isolated shower or thunderstorm, so bring something with you just in case if you get caught in the rain. And then as we head into tomorrow morning, we'll stop the clock at 7 a.m. Mostly cloudy skies again tomorrow, pretty much hitting the repeat button, so we're going to see the same thing tomorrow as what we saw today. Temperature starting out in the low to mid 60s in the hill country, upper 60s to low 70s for the rest of our area. And just like today, we're going to see some of the clouds break up tomorrow. An isolated shower or thunderstorm in the forecast, especially in the afternoon. Highs tomorrow pretty much in the same spot, maybe a degree or two warmer in the mid to upper 80s to around 90 for that second day of Fiesta. And then we head into the weekend and temperatures start going up. All right, the drought report hasn't been updated yet, but that's going to come out any minute now. Every Thursday it is. And as of last Thursday, we had a lot of our area in exceptional drought conditions. That's the worst category from Bexar County westward to Uvalde, Hondo, Del Rio, Eagle Pass. So pretty much all the eastern hill country, south of the hill country, including San Antonio. Outside of that, we have extreme. Outside of that, severe. Everyone in our area in at least a severe drought. So we need a lot of rainfall. We did get a few inches of rain over the past couple of weeks. But I took a look at the lake levels and they have not budged. If anything, they've gone down still. So Medina Lake only 2.1% full. I know as of yesterday, Canyon Lake was 46% full. Of course, no boating ramps are open to the public there. So we need the rainfall. Doubt the drought report is going to show any improvement later this morning. So for today, we've got mostly cloudy skies, a little sun possible. For the most part, it's cloud cover, an isolated shower, maybe a thunderstorm in the afternoon, and we'll see a high temperature of 85. Will likely exceed 80 degrees by noon, especially if you get more sun. This evening, again, mostly cloudy, isolated showers or storms, especially in the evening, will drop through the 80s in the early evening, then through the 70s the rest of the night. South-southeast winds near 15, and the sunset, probably not going to see much sun at 8:06 p.m. Here's that 14-day forecast. No weather impact alert days. The chance for severe weather this afternoon pretty much out of here. A high of 85. Tomorrow, high of 86. A 30% chance for showers and storms. Saturday, a 20% chance, so not as great, but we heat things up to 88. Sunday and Monday, both days, partly to mostly cloudy, but dry. 92 for a high Sunday. With the humidity, though, it's going to feel more like the mid to upper 90s. Monday, a high of 88. And then slight rain chances return for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and next weekend. So the second weekend of Fiesta, still have slight rain chances around. And highs staying in the 80s with more rain chances later on next week. All right, that is your forecast for today. Hope you have a great time at Fiesta if you're going. If not, enjoy not going, whatever you may be doing, working perhaps like myself. I'll have more on your weather today on Ken's 5 News at noon, and Barry Davis will have your news. So we hope to see you then. If we don't, have a great day, everyone, and stay dry.